Welcome back, humor consumers, to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm comedian Tracy DeGraff.
And I'm Catherine, co-host and bestie.
Welcome to the Pod Lab, Catherine.
Thank you.
Yes, it's an exciting day. I have a terrible cold, so I sound froggy, if you can hear that. I don't know, but
Well, you feel
me.
better.
I feel, it's so
You
weird.
just sound bad.
I feel a lot better. I don't know what that was, sorry. I feel a ton better, but I sound a lot worse.
Yeah. People who have laryngitis, a lot of times they feel fine, but they have that laryngitis,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you have now, but
Whatever it is, I apologize. And I am drinking my little tea here, and we're going to try. So anyway, we are here at the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. We're on episode number 247. And guess what our topic is today?
yeah. Guess, audience.
Okay. They're not going to guess. They're
No.
not here. They're not here. Okay. I will tell you, it's digital hygiene.
Yeah.
And this is a new word for me. I've never heard of digital hygiene. I've heard of dental hygiene.
Right.
Not digital
Right.
hygiene.
That's a pretty clever name.
Yeah. And Catherine, tell our audience how we came to come to this topic.
Yeah, I was driving along and I was listening to our local radio station, and the two, I guess, what do you call them? Hosts were talking about that very subject, digital hygiene. And they had mentioned that, beware of scammers. That was the overall message. And it was very short. And I thought, ooh, digital hygiene. I've not heard that. Well, I think we should look into that and do a podcast on it.
Yeah. And so she texted me right away. And so I started to Google it, like I do.
And I spoke into Siri using my digital protection by not driving and texting, y'all.
That was good. So before we get to our episode, though, Catherine, tell our listeners and new friends, if they're listening for the first time, how they can find us online and how they can support the podcast.
You can go to
Life Happens,
Yes.
Laugh Anyway
Yes.
podcast.
yes,
Say it again.
Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast.com. And then you will be transferred to Tracy's page, and you'll see right away the little buttons and fields that you can click on to generously donate and help support us put this podcast on a platform, and pay for the platform rather, and just all this techie stuff.
Oh, please, Lord, help us with the techie.
Thank you so much to our generous, the current ones we already have. We have
Yes.
approximately 30.
Yes.
So tens and tens and tens.
Yes, we appreciate you all, each one.
Yes. I saw one of our supporters 2 days ago now.
Who's that?
Bev.
Oh, yeah, Bev.
Yeah,
right.
I sat right next to her.
Do you know what? Okay, Bev, I hope you're listening. Here's what happened.
What happened?
I saw her husband.
Yeah.
Okay, I've met him before.
Oh, yeah.
His name is John, and he's our friend Sarah's dad.
Right.
Okay, and their son is named John after him.
Right.
So I know all these people. I've known them for decades, right?
Yes.
But when I looked at him, you know who I thought he was?
Who?
I thought he was Robin's dad.
You're kidding.
No, because they're all kind of mixed in with these Dutch Reformed Christian circles, because I know that Bev, and I forget Robin's mom's name, they're all friends.
Yeah.
Okay. So in my head, I was like, I know him, but I couldn't remember his name. Okay.
Oh, so you just kind of
So
blanked?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I go up to him and I go, I'm so sorry. I know you. I know that you're Robin's dad.
He's like,
But
no,
I don't-
I'm not.
I said, but I can't remember your name. And he goes, who's Robin? I'm like, oh boy. And then our friend Sarah walked past right then.
And she's like, hi, Dad.
Well, yeah, she was busy. Thank God. Okay, little shout out to our church.
Yes.
Catherine and I and Sarah, our friend, we all attend Christ Community Church in Peatone. And they had a bake sale and a craft fair and Operation Christmas Child stuff. And
Happening at the same time.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
And we are a small church, a
yeah.
very small church, but we do big things.
Some of us do. Yes.
The church is amazing. And if you are in the area of Peatone and you are looking for a place to connect with God's people and with God, come to our church.
Yeah.
Because you can serve the Lord there. You can work with our missions team and do these things, because it takes all effort.
It literally is all hands on deck. So Sarah and Wendy headed up the arts and craft and bake sale. And then, and Sarah also said yes to kind of taking on the Operation Christmas Child. And our friend Kim, I don't know, should we say last names? I don't know.
I don't think that anybody's listening to this really that cares. But
Kim Keith has, she's taking on another position with OCC,
right.
Operation Christmas Child. And so Sarah, he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And she had no experience in it. My point being, she was two-fisting it.
Oh, yeah.
And she was definitely concentrating on that. And she looked like she was doing a good job. And it was funny because I asked her how it was going. And she's like, well, it's a lot of math. And I go, ooh, note to self. I'll never take that position.
I know.
I hate math.
Okay. And so then our little church, they had a bunch of vans plus a trailer that was hauling all these shoe boxes to another like processing center. Jason, Sarah's husband, he comes back to the church and he's talking with me and Kim in the office for a little bit.
After dropping them off?
Yeah, after dropping them off.
What's
he was talking about the math. And he said, and I said, it sounds like it's, what do you call that? Reconciling your checkbook.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Well, and then we got started talking about this whole thing where when we used to have to reconcile our checkbook.
Oh, I was so on it.
Okay. You and I are opposites.
Yes.
We know that. I would just call the bank and say, how much do I have? Wait. Or I would close the account.
What?
I would just close it. I would close the account and wait for the checks to clear.
Are you kidding me?
Hold on. And then I would open a new account and then I would know how much was in there.
Oh, no. That is just, my head hurts. Oh, my goodness. No, I have our checking account memorized. Kenny probably has the routing number memorized.
Yeah.
No way. Can't do that. But that's
well, anyway, he was talking about how they have it so organized with Operation Christmas Child. Like you have to account for how many boxes the churches said that they brought, as well as how many were actually there, and even the empty boxes.
I know. When we had our meeting before this, Kim Keith, she's like, now they come in telling you how many boxes there are. She goes, She's like, I mean, she didn't say that, but that's translated by me.
Right.
And she's like, no, you count them.
Right, because we did have that happen. So anyway, thank you for everybody for all your hard work and your math. You know, see, back in high school when I said, when are we ever going to need this? You know, well, never, because they're just pawning off on Sarah.
It's so funny because today at counseling, Bonnie, my counselor, she was giving me an example with a math thing, and my head was instantly like, no, please, no. But then she likened it to a pie, and would I like a third of that pie? And I was like, no, I don't want a third of that pie. And then I was like, thank you for putting it that way, because I hate math.
Man, I love pie. That's funny. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Digital hygiene, Catherine. We're talking about that today. And really the whole point of this podcast is protecting ourselves online. Okay? That's what we're trying to do, is to be protected online. Catherine, have you ever been hacked?
I have, many times.
Me too.
So not only my debit card, like thrice, 3 times, major intrusion.
What a headache.
Yeah, and compromised big time. But so even before all this newfangled social media stuff and marketplace, before that there was Craigslist, which was also online.
Oh, yeah.
And that was my first experience with a major hack. I had put something up for sale.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I got a check sent to me for $900 something. Well, at the time, man, I was like, that's a lot of money. I took it, but I was suspicious. Like, why would you send money? It was more than what I was asking for. And so I went to the bank and I said, I'm not so sure about this. So thankfully, you know, I was a little bit, just questioned it. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe Holy
You
Spirit.
were skeptical.
I was very skeptical. And so I took it to the bank. I said, I'm not sure about this. They looked into it. They did their stuff. They said, guess what? This check does belong to a legit company, but somebody in the company used it illegally.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah. So that was my first experience. And since then, I put a lot of things on Facebook
Place.
I was about to say
Marketplace.
Oops. Marketplace. And I now can spot the fishers. So phishing with PH is, people who are phishing for vulnerable and,
They're trying to get your data.
they're predators.
Yeah.
And so anyway, now I can spot it. And we will be talking about how you can spot some of these things.
Well, I've been hacked as well, as you well know, because I have not forgiven Facebook.
I know.
During the pandemic, when my comedy career, which before the pandemic had plenty of momentum, we were like going chug, 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 and then it just went off the map.
It's just...
So I was not advertising shows on Facebook, which I previously had been doing. All of a sudden, several $100s is gone from my account, and it was advertising for a truck. And I don't have a truck. So I contact Facebook, I contact my bank, and turns out somebody out there took the money out of my account.
Just unbelievable.
And they put the money in their account and charged Facebook for it some way. I don't know how it worked. But what ended up happening was Facebook then shut down my Facebook account, which I had been building for years.
Yes.
I had 5,000 followers on it. Shut it down.
Yeah.
I had to start over from zero. That was
during a pandemic.
It just ticked me off. It ticked me off in all ways. Like, who's the guy with the truck? Probably, somebody from I don't know where. Some evil person just trying to, in a hoodie in a dark room going clickety-clack, I'm going to take Tracy's money.
Gross. I just had the worst image. Ew.
What's the dark web, Catherine? Haven't you seen the commercials? So anyway, I did get my money back, but I lost 5 years worth of, thousands of followers. And then, so I hate Facebook because I'm not going to forgive them.
I know. I don't like Facebook for many reasons, but it's funny that we're doing this and I'm stepping up on my social media just recently.
Social media, when you are trying to sell something or you're a business or you're, like even with our podcast, we try to promote. Anyway, it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over a couple terms just so everybody is clear because I did not know any of these terms before I started this research. So I want people to know digital hygiene is good habits that keep you safe online. Okay. So it's like strong passwords, updating your phone. Catherine and I both updated our phone. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody update your phone.
Kenny updated his too.
Now listen, I had my updates on my phone set to automatic, but they didn't do it.
Well, they did do it because when you bought your phone, it was probably, I don't know, 13, 14 or something like that. So it does do it, but these major ones, I think you have to tell it. Because I will get, and I know you must too, get the ones that'll say,
I don't know.
And it'll say, you're tonight you'll have an update. And sure enough, in the morning it'll say update, and then I'll see the new features, like there'll be new emojis or something. But this was a major update.
Well, so I would encourage everyone to update your phone, and here's why. Those updates create protections around your data.
Yep.
That's why the iPhone people, the little geniuses that are all putting together the iPhones and whatever other the phones are, they're always trying to outsmart the hoodie guy in the dark room.
Yeah. They're always creating the antivirus things, and those things are always being updated. But not only that, the apps that you have, they also do updates. So I think sometimes, like your phone, when it needs that major update, those apps are also updated.
Yes. So digital hygiene is kind of like washing your hands before you eat or after you've used the bathroom, right? It's to
preventative.
protect yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's protecting personal.
Let's talk about some of these other terms. Malware is bad software that sneaks into your device to cause trouble. Okay. It includes viruses, spyware, and anything that can steal or damage your stuff. Ransomware is a type of malware that locks your files and demands money to get them back. It's like a digital kidnapping, and it happens like in corporate America. Yeah. Phishing, we just talked about. It's just people trying to find a target, an easy target. What they want is your data, and then they're going to take your money. A data breach or a data threat is when private information, emails, passwords, credit cards get stolen and exposed. Antivirus software is a security program that helps find and remove malware and keeps your device protected. Two-step authentication. That's where you have 2 steps that you have to take to get into something. And I know it's a pain to say, set that up, because then you have to give it some kind of code, but just do it.
I do it for one thing. For one of my things on my phone.
I think you should do it, because I think it and the research that I did said to enable that wherever possible. Yes, it's going to be a pain. You're going to have to then enter a code, but at least you're not having, Joe Schmo taking $400 out of your account.
Yeah, one of the major reasons why people get hacked is because they're choosing convenience over inconvenience. And the inconvenience is like those things like double, 2-step authentication. Look at me, I said that right.
You did a good job. Well done.
When we were preparing for this, I was like, wait, why can I not say this word all of a sudden?
She was all over the place.
It was just weird.
All right, Catherine, why don't you share with our audience how they can slow down and really take their time online so that they can protect themselves?
Yeah, you've got to slow down and examine the source. All of these apps like TikTok, advertisements, Facebook, scrolling, it teaches us to speed up. It teaches us to want things instantly, not to mention TV and all the other stuff out there.
Oh, for sure.
We're being taught that instantaneous is best. That's not what God says. God says, slow down, be still. So in terms of how we can translate that to a digital aspect, well, like here's a practical tip. Scams, especially AI generated ones, they rush you. They use urgent wording like immediate payment required. Don't lose access. Final notice. So pause and respond before, you wait. Pause before responding is what I meant to say.
Don't be hasty about anything.
Right. Look for sender's real email address, or just, unsubscribe, delete, whatever. Don't click on the link that it sends you if you get one of those. Misspelling. Oh, this is a big one. Misspellings or odd phrasing. It also says website links that look off. I want to add to this. It doesn't say this on here. On my list, check the grammar. If you're not good at grammar, I always told my kids when they were, growing up, you got to know grammar, because you're going to get scammed if you don't know your grammar, because you can always tell a bad threat. Like you might get an email that says, you need to click on this link because you have defaulted on your Xfinity account or whatever.
Right.
And the words are spelled wrong or the grammar's bad or whatever. Those are major indicators.
By the way, I think the best way to counteract that, if you get an email from the bank or from Xfinity or from the IRS, ignore the email, delete it, call your bank, call Xfinity, call the IRS. Find out from another way whether or not something's going on with your account. Don't trust an email.
Right. Whatever you do, don't click on the link that they send. That's the last thing you should do. Yeah. And just to give it a biblical perspective, Proverbs talks about wisdom is often not about knowing everything. It's about slowing down before taking action.
Yeah. Just take a beat. Use your head, use your brain. And if it seems off, it's probably off. I'll bet you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the ways.
All right. Let's talk about appearance and how to test it.
Oh, it's scary with the AI.
It is scary because now AI can take, like, our voices could be mimicked by AI
Okay,
because our voices are on our podcast.
I got something to say about that.
Okay, say it.
Oh my gosh. There is an account that we have that is extreme high security. I have never experienced such high security as this. I can't even get into the darn thing. So, they asked me, can we use your voice for identification? And I said, no. Well, funny, because the next time I had to get a hold of them, they used my voice. And I was like, that's odd, because I told them no.
Right. So
And yet they had,
work?
I don't even know. But I was so frustrated. But yeah, it's.
Well, I heard about a real case, like in a true crime story, where this mom was called by her quote unquote daughter, and that her daughter had been kidnapped and they were holding her for ransom, and the daughter had not been kidnapped.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
That's kind of good. She wasn't kidnapped, but.
Oh, it's very good that she wasn't kidnapped. That's
But-
very good.
Yeah.
The
But the parents.
terrifying part is that they can make it sound exactly like your loved one.
Yeah, because conversely, they could have done something horrible to her, like ended her life, but yet they could have used her voice to trick others to thinking she was still alive.
It's
You know?
just, you know what? There's so much out there. It does make your head spin.
By the way,
Yeah.
that wonderful video, short little clip that you had sent the other day to our prayer group, it was very encouraging. That was AI generated.
What clip?
It was if you're an oldest daughter,
Oh, yeah.
this
Yeah.
and that. Yeah.
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 Okay. What
Hard to
else?
spot.
What else do you have to say?
Well, I thought you were on this one. The appearance?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
you have anything else to add?
No.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
Okay.
All right. How do we protect each other online? Not just ourselves.
Yes. Let me scroll. I'm looking for the place where we were. Where'd it go? Oh,
It's under there.
yeah. Well, okay. So we know scams succeed because they isolate people. So ask others before paying suspicious bills. I'm glad my mother-in-law just did this somewhat recently. She had said that her bank account was compromised, and so she brought it to the attention of my sister-in-law, her daughter, and my brother-in-law, and so they took a good look into that, and thankfully she. Actually, I think maybe that was her mistake. But the point is, she's considered elderly, and so she did do that. She brought it to the attention of her adult
think that's
children.
so important for us as adult, grown kids, obviously of elderly parents. Keep an eye on them
Absolutely.
and help them.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's hard for us to navigate through that, the scams that come through so frequently and so good. They're getting better and better.
I know.
And so it's hard to spot them. And I worry about my kids all the time falling for like the toll booth thing. For a while, that was a big scam. We were getting texts saying, you were caught not paying the toll. You must pay this immediately. Your license is going to be suspended. Notice the word immediately.
Oh, I know.
So, those things usually come in the mail, by the way, folks.
Okay.
Just so you know.
But Illinois, they do those cameras.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
So we thought it was legit.
Remember when we went to Texas?
Yeah.
And we came back and Ron picked us up and we were driving Lisa home. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're driving our friend home and Ron blew a red light.
Yeah.
He didn't blow it like go right through it, but he turned red. I mean,
he turned on a red.
He turned right on red and it was no right on red or something like that.
Right.
Anyway, they got him on camera.
Yep. I've had that happen to me.
And he goes, I did not. And I'm like, watch the tape.
Yeah, because they'll send it. This is how you know it's legit. Like they will send. Well, now watch. Scammers will end up doing this. They'll send you the video of your car, or in the mail, you'll receive a picture of your car turning right by the sign that says "No turn on red." So that's
you know what
legit.
they're going to start doing with Illinois? I'll bet you they're just going to start charging you. They're going to just take it right out of your iPass account. Ding ding.
Well, not if there's nothing in there.
That's one good reason to be broke.
Just stay broke or pretend like you are. Okay, so share scam warnings with friends and family.
Yeah.
And again, help older relatives navigate tech notifications, digital hygiene becomes stronger in community.
Do you know what happened? I think you knew this. This happened to our church. So we go to Christ Community Church. It's a small church. And we had somebody that kind of scammed into our email list. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they did it, but they sent an email to everybody that was on our email list. Yep. And they said that our pastor was in need of debit cards those like cards that you get, like the Visa cards or whatever, and that he needed X amount of cards by a certain date, and could you help me out? Well, first of all, I thought that's a red flag. So I texted our pastor and I said, "Are you okay? What's going on?" Because our pastor is not very digitally savvy. Like, I don't know that he gets on the computer to get like a digital anything. So anyway, no, he said, "That's not me." So I reached out to all the people in our congregation that I thought might be vulnerable.
Yes, you did. I remember
I called them on the phone and I said, "Hey, you might already know this, but I want you to know this is a scam." Because I was afraid that they would potentially send money to somebody that, trying to rip off the Lord's people.
Do you remember, so our friend Angie, her mom went to Israel with her sister, and Angie received an email.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m, well, plus the time difference.
Right.
And it said her aunt's name. They had the aunt's name. She's on this trip and she is I may have this a little bit wrong, but I thought it said separated from everyone, and she was in need of money, and she can't get it 'cause she's, and I remember Angie was like, "I don't know." And of course, it plays on your emotions and your fear.
You want to help your loved one.
Your fear, yeah. And she looked into it, and I'm wheezing. Hold on. And anyway, so it got straightened out. Her aunt was not in any kind of danger, but it definitely was believable because she was indeed away in Israel.
Yeah.
So that was another thing. But also, I'm just going to tell this quick story too.
Sure.
So yesterday I was doing a little bit of shopping, and I ran into my sister-in-law, Chris, and my niece, Reese. And we're talking, and the whole time Reese is like, she's saying hi and all, but she's frustrated, and she's on her phone. And she's like, "Oh," I could tell something was wrong. And so she then said she had been hacked. Her Snapchat account had been hacked, and it locked her out of it. And I don't know all the details, but I know that was very, very frustrating for her. And she's like, "I can't get in it. I can't fix it." So this happens all the time, and it's very inconvenient. It's very frustrating. And that's why we did this podcast. We just want to kind of pass it along. We've heard about a password manager. We heard about steps that you can take to kind of protect yourself.
A password manager is it's like a software that you sign up for. You have to pay for it. It's a small amount, but you have one password that you have to remember. And then it's like putting all your passwords into a vault
box. Yeah.
And then they're all locked up in there. And I think I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one of those password managers.
Are you?
I am, because I have too many passwords.
I know. And the thing is you're supposed to create different passwords for every single thing you have. I mean, I got them for my health, your lab results and things. And I can't possibly remember.
You can do it with a password manager.
Then you only need that's one. What I'm getting at. Yeah, you could do it with the password manager.
Right.
But it is very, very time consuming, to do it the way that I currently do it. And I do it the convenient way. I basically use a variation of the same password.
Yeah.
But then that's not even helpful either, because even if I'm one or two digits or characters off, it'll go, it'll do that red thing, or it'll shake back and forth like, no.
I hate that.
I hate passwords.
Do you remember when we never had to have a password for anything?
Yes.
Didn't exist.
Yes.
Just didn't. I know, it was great.
Barely had, all you had to know was your lock combination for your bike. Or your school locker.
And you had bad dreams just thinking about not remembering 3 numbers.
That was it. You had a little lock for your bike, and if it didn't have a key, you had the combination.
That's funny.
I mean, that's it.
Life was simple, my friends. Just a little biblical perspective that we wanted to share. I mean, we had shared a little bit before, but we did want to share 1 Thessalonians 5:21. It says, test everything, hold fast to what is good. We also wanted to share Philippians 2, verse 4. It says, let each of you look out not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others. So let's be careful. Let's slow down.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, let's pause. Oh my gosh, that takes me back to the days of VHS tapes.
Be kind, rewind.
Oh, we should get t-shirts that say that.
Yeah.
Be kind, rewind. We should.
Oh, okay, speaking of t-shirts.
What?
I get so many t-shirt ads on Facebook because I bought 1 or 2 maybe.
Oh, you did?
And they're all so cute.
The graphic tees.
Oh my gosh.
The vintage ones.
Well, not just vintage, but biblical.
Oh, yeah.
They're so creative. I mean, and then just when I think I've seen the best, I'm like, oh no.
It's another.
Oh my gosh, I have to have that. But I don't, folks. I don't. I do have discipline and self-control, but it's hard.
That's funny.
Hey, should we have told the folks about some of the password manager apps? I'm just thinking to name 3.
If you want, go ahead. I think
we should. One is, it's called One Password, and it's the number 1, not typed out ONE. It's just 1 password. Okay. Then there's one called LastPass and Dashlane. Those are just 3 that I'll tell you about.
There's a reputable woman online. Her name is Kim Komando, and Komando is with a K. Komando. She's like a digital, all things digital. Mm-hmm. She also has recommendations for all kinds of these types of things if you want to go to her site and look for what she uses.
Okay.
All right. So the bottom line, if we're recapping, change your password, to something that, like, use one of these password managers. Update your phone. And your computer to the proper operating system. And if you need help with that, get a 12-year-old to help you.
That's true.
Get a neighbor, a friend.
And when you're in public places, I would not use their internet. Oh, wait. Be careful. Like, you're in hotel areas and such.
Yeah, just be
Sign
wise.
into the one that is specifically for you.
And don't trust any emails. I think that's just where we are today. You just can't trust anything. Mm-hmm. Trust the Lord.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Catherine?
We covered use strong passwords and multi-factor authentication. Yeah, we did. Yes. Okay.
Are you good?
I'm just scrolling over because, we wouldn't want anyone to not have all the information. Yeah, we're all good.
All right. Well, my friends, you've been listening to the Life Happens, Laugh Anyway podcast. I'm still comedian Tracy DeGraff.
I'm still Catherine.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.